Hi, everybody. My name is Jose. I am 27 years old.
And I am Abraham. I'm 30.
And we are going to be talking about how we met.
So basically, the way we met was through Twitter. I tweeted about my astrology birth chart, and
Well, because he posted like just a picture of it, and it said like Neptune, Mercury, and
yeah, it's like all the houses
ascending, and this whole thing Pluto. And then I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, so I basically just replied, subtitles, please, because I was expecting like for him to explain what it meant. But it was just a picture of that and like the thinking emojis. That's what he posted. Like,
I tweeted my birth chart, and I had a little like thinking emoji. But it was just because everyone was posting their birth charts at the time.
So my first thing was I'm questioning. I was like, subtitles, please.
Yeah, and
like,
I was kind of like, what do you mean?
Like I just wanted an explanation. Like, what does it mean? Like, to explain what he meant. And then he basically explained a little bit of what it was, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Transferred that conversation over to DMs.
Yeah, I think you didn't.
Yeah, and I DM'd him first. My intentions were not anything. I still had a boyfriend at the time. However, we were kind of already falling out of the relationship, so I didn't mind possibly just having someone else to talk to, even if it was just a friend, because that was primarily what I was looking for. So it was cool that he was actually interested in talking to me, because he was like this Twitter gay with like 20K followers. I didn't even really notice that part until after I saw on Twitter, because I had already followed him on Instagram prior to that. We have some mutual friends, so then I was just like, cool, like maybe I'll see him around. It was Pride of 2019.
Yeah.
I seen that friends posted him on Twitter, and we carried over that conversation over through text. It got to the point where we texted, I think, a whole week straight prior to like a Friday night. I was at work and I randomly asked him, I was like, hey, like, how do you tell your boyfriend that you don't want to be his boyfriend anymore?
And I was like on my way to WeHo, like I had already been pre-gaming, and I was like, I'm single, I'm going out to party, whatever, like not.
Oh, he partied.
And that
What's that?
Anyway, so then so I went out and then stuff happened, whatever, I had fun.
Oh, we had fun.
And then the next day, he texted me and he was like, no, we're talking about like how to go, whatever. And then he was like, oh, what are you doing tonight?
Well, yeah, because I was like, yeah, we actually just, we decided that we're just not going to longer be in this relationship. So that Saturday, I was single. I just had gotten out of work. It was like midnight. And then I texted him saying like, hey, like, what are you doing? And then he was just like, hey, like nothing, I'm just chilling at home. And I was like, hey, are you down to come over, me and my friends? They're gonna be hanging out at homie's place, and I was thinking maybe you want to come and hang out. He said yes.
Yeah, I said yes. I had just came out to my dad like at that time, so I felt very like, I'm gonna go take a risk. Like, okay, go hang out. This new guy, he's cute, he's nice, he's funny. And I start looking for my keys. I can't find them. So then I'm like, fuck, like okay. And I kept looking, I couldn't find them. And so then I texted him like, hey, I can't find my keys. Like, I don't know.
I instantly get annoyed. I personally
but at the same time, I was kind of like, I guess it's not meant to be. Like, I felt bad too. Like, I was like, kind of like looking forward to it a little bit. Magically, I found my keys. They're under my sister's purse. I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm going.
Go. Mind you, it's already like 1 in the morning, 1:30 maybe. And he decided he's down to come by, and I was like, hell yeah. So he comes by. I get ready. I put some cologne on. I make sure, first impressions important.
On the way there, I'm thinking like, what am I doing? Like, it's so late. Like, I was just not in like the red, like right. Maybe like, not that I wasn't, I guess, but I was kind of like, I was just overthinking like a lot, as I always do. So then I get there, and I text him, I'm like, hey, I'm here, and he comes out, and like he's cuter in person. He smells good, like super nice and funny.
Mind you, like the reason why we get along so well, I think, is also because we are both very how do you say this? Like,
I'm more of the introvert, and you're the extrovert.
But like I'm talking in the sense of like we get all like we're both Mexican.
Like culture.
So we get like all the cultural jokes, I guess, and ever since the beginning that we started talking, like any kind of little Mexican saying, like
I'll understand.
All the little jokes.
Our American references and then our Mexican references. So
and honestly, my references in the Mexican culture are far more superior than my American culture.
Just because I was his childhood and I grew
Yeah,
up.
I grew up in Mexico half of my life, and it was my like learning ages.
And then I'm first generation.
So I generally just thought we were gonna have a really good time, like when we first met. We went over our friend's house, and right away, like I think my friends kind of like amped me up and made me look cool. And honestly, like they naturally really liked him right away. Like my homie Rudy was like obsessed with him, and still is. All of our friends naturally started conversations with him, and he kept up, and everybody was just kind of introducing himself to him, and he just got along with everybody. I don't think anybody has ever not liked you. Yeah, you're very sweet.
I just want to be nice to everyone. Yeah, and I saw the dynamics between him and his friends, and like I could tell he was like the more of the fatherly figure, and
I'm just the more responsible one. All my friends are wild.
Yeah, they're crazy.
I mean, I'm wild too, but they're like just
they're
wild,
fun.
wild. They're a good time.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll be in a video or not.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I just thought that was sexy. Like he's so mature, and like I don't know.
And I personally just gravitate to people who are just innocent, I guess, or maybe just pretend they're innocent, because he's just maybe more reserved at times, and like
like I have to be once I feel comfortable, then I'll like
open up
more.
However, I did notice that night that he showed up with a couple of hickeys in his neck from the night before. Very great first impression. I think he covered up a little bit with makeup.
I made my sister cover it up.
It didn't work.
I thought it was playing it off.
And I think it's funny because I'm colorblind and I can't really tell those kind of things, especially if they mesh well. But obviously, that guy must have been sucking hard. We just had a really good time, and we were drinking a couple of beers that night. He eventually just decided that it was better if he just spent the night.
Because I don't like to drink and drive.
He's pretty responsible on that.
But yeah, so then I was like, respectfully, I'm gonna sleep over in your bed.
Yeah, so
I slept like a zombie, or not a zombie.
No.
Dracula. I mean.
So he slept like a freaking mummy. Like he laid in bed and he was just like.
Yeah, because I was like, I just didn't want to disrespect, and like, also I clearly liked him.
Shows up with Hickey.
So then, I wasn't like, I was like, I came here to be, meet a friend, so we're gonna keep it at that.
Yes, he stepped on his side. I was hoping, maybe his foot would touch me, but he didn't even flinch all night.
I did not move at all.
He really didn't. And then the next morning he left, and I think we just kept in touch after that ever since. And we probably, maybe, I'm gonna say, the following week, he probably spent the night like another 3 times.
Because I was actually like closer to work.
Yeah, so
from his house.
Yeah.
So it was kind of easier, and like kind of like an excuse, because then we'd go to the gym together. We'd go to the gym together, and like, and I'd go visit him at work.
And all honestly, like sometimes it did take him about 2 hours to get from work to his parents' home.
Yeah.
So it just was maybe like an hour difference, and it was more convenient for him to spend the night at my place during the week, and during the weekend he would go back to his mom's. But I think from the moment I met him, and after the first week of him kind of like of us hanging out. The second week, I think he was spending the night at my mom's for the whole week, and then the weekend he would just go to his parents.
So it happened so fast, I feel.
But we were just friends. So we established this thing where we're like, okay, literally just got out of a relationship. I don't want to hold you back to, doing your thing. Do your thing. Like, it's cool. Like, and I was just like, no, that's fine. Like, I get it. Like, dope. Thank you so much for understanding. But then he put a little hook into that. He's like, do your thing. He's like, but I want to do it with you. But don't do it without me. Or something like that, right?
Yeah,
something like that. So then I was like, okay, so I see what you mean. So then we were kind of just like friends going out, hanging out, and getting to meet people, and we just kind of end up back at home together. It was very natural. It was never official until it became official. It was just like basically we were just enjoying the time we spent together, the time we went out. And every time we went out, it was like never a dull time, and to this moment, like every time we go out, there's always 1, 2, or 3 things that is just crazy things happen, and we're just like, wow, like we're just so thankful we get to do this together, because it's like, I don't know, you get put into like different situations there, like at times, and we're just there to like back each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we met.
But we didn't even talk about when I asked you to come over.
We were doing this friends with benefits thing for like a month, while in the process of getting to know each other and seeing
Well,
if
technically it was like a month and a half, maybe, or 2 months. Oh.
yeah, like a month and a half. But we decided to go to this event together. Hard Summer of 2019.
It was my first time going to like a rave, I guess. And so I had such a good time. Like,
That was actually his first time also hippie flipping. And it was a good time. It was such a great time that
I just
literally
felt
like
emotionally, spiritually.
an hour in.
I was like,
An hour in of the event.
In our field. He's gonna be my boyfriend, so I was like,
We were in our field. We were sitting.
No,
I remember, yeah.
So I asked him, and then
Yes,
he
we
said,
were outside the tent.
yeah, I know, but I asked you, and then you were like, oh, like, I was gonna ask you, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, oh, well, beat you to it, like, whatever. I'm like, so, and he's like, yeah. And then we just started crying, like,
Yeah.
It was just like, I don't know, just got like a little emo for a second.
It was an okay moment. I loved it.
And then from then on, like, we just.
That was August 3rd.
August 3rd.
And then we moved in together. Like, we officially got our own apartment with our roommate, Justin, in November.
Yeah.
Now we currently have our own apartment together, just us two. And we've been together now for 2 years and a half.
Is it 2 years?
2 years and a half and 10 days.
Okay,
I'm
man.
really good at math.
Which is why I'm not gonna be good also.
I'm like,
questionable.
Got it. At this point, we're interested in, sharing a little bit more of our lives on YouTube with y'all.
But then also like keeping like memories, like whenever we want to like look back and like it's kind of like for us too, like.
Yeah, and then there's just so many situations and things that we get put through, maybe that others also get put through, and maybe you'll see a side of us that you can relate to, and I don't know, maybe you'll enjoy watching our videos. And we plan to go on a lot of trips, and we plan to at least record our fun little weekend getaways that we have, because we have plenty of those sometimes.
A Super Bowl's playing right now.
There's a Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Oh, we're gonna watch the Super Bowl later.
We're watching Euphoria though.
Yeah. Cassie versus Daddy.
Are you a Cassie or a Maddie? However, yeah, thank you guys for watching. We hope you guys enjoy, and we look forward to sharing more videos with the rest of you. See ya.